Greetings and welcome. How are we all feeling today? As humans, we don't always realize it, but we manipulate others and we manipulate ourselves. Manipulation is not always such a severe bad thing because we do it every day without even realizing it. When we try and convince people of something, we try and get someone to agree with us. It's not always such a severe thing. You may say to your partner, okay, I'll make the bed if you do the dishes. You always add an incentive, a reason why you want someone to do something that you want them to do. And most of the time, it's not hurtful or harmful. In fact, sometimes it can benefit both parties if done in a loving way and not with the intention to hurt or harm someone. But what if manipulation becomes severe? What if it becomes toxic? You'll start feeling like you are not valued. You'll start feeling doubtful of your own world around you. Manipulation can become a very dangerous thing, and there are people who do it deliberately to get what they want. They either blackmail you or they give you an incentive for doing something. Manipulation can include giving someone a compliment in return for a favor. You might give someone a compliment right before you ask them a massive favor. That's manipulation. Bribery, incentives, and blackmail are all manipulation. And when manipulation can become very severe and very harmful, where a person completely doubts what they believe and they don't see the world the way they used to, and they don't have the right mindset and good perspectives anymore because they feel what the other person feels. So if the other person is upset, then they're upset. And that's how toxic relationship works. But be aware of manipulation. Call it out and don't let people manipulate you. If you can see someone is trying to force you to agree with them or do something that you don't want them to, that you don't want to do, then you set boundaries and you call it out and say, I do not appreciate the way that you are treating me right now. I will not do that. Manipulation can be a very dangerous thing, and it can hurt and harm and completely brainwash another person. And what I want to ask you, if you are feeling like you're being manipulated, I want to ask you, do you feel as if your thoughts and feelings are heavily influenced by another person? Like, you can't be in a good mood if they're in a bad mood. You can't be happy if they're unhappy. It's sort of like your emotions are dependent upon them. And then my question is, do you feel dependent on them and for them to be okay in order for you to be okay? And do you feel like you're always wrong? Because a manipulator will use and abuse you to get what they want, but they'll also make you feel like you are constantly in the wrong and you are the problem, instead of understanding that they are the problem or there are problems in the relationship that need to be resolved. And then my biggest question is, are you questioning your reality? When your own map of the world, which is your own perspectives, your own mindsets, your own views, becomes someone else's, the way they view things is the way you view things, then you are being brainwashed and manipulated and you are forced into codependency. So it's important to start identifying manipulation, and especially seeing when people are trying to convince you of doing things that you wouldn't normally do or that you didn't think of yourself. So watch for people who use your emotions to get what they want. That is using and abusing you, and it is complete manipulation. Those people, manipulators, will also do whatever they can to get what they want at the expense of other people. Manipulators are very selfish and self-centered, and they're always looking for a way to get what they want, even if it's at the expense of others, or especially if it's at the expense of others, because sadism also comes as a part of manipulation. Is seeing the person that you brainwash struggle and completely lose their sense of self. Remember, manipulation is subtle. Don't allow others to convince you of doing things that you wouldn't otherwise do. So keep that in mind, because it's subtle and we don't always pick it up. And then this is how to deal with it. Call out manipulation. Tell that person who's manipulating you to stop. Set boundaries and say no. Don't be afraid to say no, and always reinforce your boundaries. And open up and share your emotions with people sparingly, because not always everyone has the best intentions for you. And only show emotions towards people that you know and trust. Remember, manipulation can be very destructive. Take note of it and focus on rather doing what is good for you and good for other people instead of getting what you want, because manipulation is destructive, and if you don't identify it, you could find yourself in a toxic cycle. Manipulation destroys lives and it destroys psyches, so be careful and call it out, and don't be afraid to set your boundaries. So remember, you are unique and valuable. Take care of that beautiful person. Stay strong wherever you're from.